Hey Brian, how you doing? I've got your compositions up. Thank you once again for posting your work. I want to mention one thing that you have written. The assignment was a little odd since your theme contains nature, and that's okay. As a designer, you're going to be confronted with this situation of applying colors to all sorts of different conceptual plans and all sorts of different types of work dealing with different subject matter. So, I mean, the subject of color in design it's huge, and there's so many different things to keep in mind. So, so if you think it's odd applying color to an, maybe a warm color palette to a scene that contains nature, then yes, I agree. But as a designer, we have to figure out a way to make it work. I think that I'm using your example right here, and I think that you did make this work. And just these little pops of a warm color in this cool color scheme is really interesting. Likewise, you've got this warm color scheme, and then you've got these little complementary pops of color. So you made it work, definitely. So I don't think I don't think there's an issue there at all. So let's go ahead and take a look at the compositions. And I think the compositions are very successful. I do. I think I agree with you. This is stunning. And that is definitely the way I would move forward. Now, in terms of the composition itself, there's a couple of things I think that are working against you, and a couple of things that are working in your favor. I think that combination of typefaces is really super interesting. Good typographic alignment. I want to zoom in here really quick because I want to see. No stroke. Okay, I thought you had a stroke on your type, and you don't, so that's great. So let's go ahead and back out. Okay, so here's what I would recommend. Right now you're kerning. Remember our lesson on typography, and your leading and kerning need to be adjusted here. And I say that because right here your kerning and natures look good, but the kerning and element right here, specifically the space between the L, E, E and M, M and E and N, and the N and the T are very, very close. I would increase the kerning on that a little bit. I would also reduce the leading a little bit. That is the space between lines. So bring element a little closer to natures. Also, same thing here. I would reduce the type size here by maybe a point or two, because right now it's just too big. It's competing with the headline a little bit in terms of typographic hierarchy. So you want it to be specifically clear to your viewers that you're viewing this first, then moving to this. Nice alignment right through there. That's gorgeous right there. So reduce that leading right there. Just bring those lines a little bit closer together. And in this case, I just look how tight these letters are packed together, and then look how loose these letters are loosely kerned. So what I would recommend is to tighten that kerning a little bit and loosen that kerning a little bit to come up with a nice even distribution throughout the composition. But that is definitely I think it's a really compelling color choice. I really do. I think it binds conceptually to your outdoor nature concept, and that's fantastic. Good colors, good adherence to your concept, and plus the colors together, that kind of duotone in the background, along with this pale, very low value yellow, is just gorgeous. Really nice work. All right, great job. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.